It's Takes 3 interactive podcast happening finally after a year. But anyways, hello, we're here with MotherGlitchinQueen, sorry, and Maroonblade or Karina or Cyber Squirrel, whatever you want to call her.
I'm half of Maroonblade.
Half, yeah, half, and the other half might make a background appearance every now and then. But yeah, so, what else was I gonna say? I was gonna say, y'all are welcome to use any of the channel points that we have for this podcast. I won't be I'll read chat quietly, but, mostly it's just gonna be us three conversating. You can ask us questions. I added a Daddy Rose emote. You can enjoy that during the podcast. But yeah, so the plan is I was gonna start the podcast, every podcast, with a random question. We have a random question generator. And then we'll go from there. We could talk about anything as long as it's TOS. But we probably talked about sussier things on the channel. Let's be real. Let's be real, alright? Alright, okay. I mean, the question is, do you have a bucket list? That's kind of already dark to begin with. But do you have a bucket list? Yes. I wouldn't say necessarily, like, I have, like, specifically a bucket list. Like, it's things I want to do, but, like, if they don't happen, I'm kind of like, you know? Kind of like, whatever.
I agree.
But I mostly, it's mostly, like, traveling places. Like, it's not like I want to go... Yeah, it's not like I want to go skydiving or whatever. Like, fuck that. But, it's mainly, you know, that kind of situation. But what about y'all? Do y'all have, bucket list? Or anything that you want to do before you die? So dark.
I kind of already checked one off because I've always wanted a golden retriever.
Oh yeah, yeah. Your little Theo. Little Theo baby.
So you do have a bucket list.
Okay, so golden retriever, a Jeep Wrangler, and owning a house.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I would say that's a bucket list thing. That's just a life goal thing, you know?
Where I live?
Like, I wish, dude. I wish I could fucking get a house right now, dude. Rent is so just dumb.
Excuse me. No, I feel the same. I think, I agree. I don't necessarily have a bucket list, but, like, I have things that I would like to do. Mostly, though, it would be, like, traveling. Because, like, I've always wanted to go to Japan.
Yeah,
so
Japan's a big one.
There, Egypt, New Zealand,
pretty much the same as Korea.
Like just random, like maybe South Korea, right? I had to think for a second there. But yeah, like just same as Daniel, just.
Yeah, I want to go like on like a food tour, like every country I go to. Just I don't care about attractions so much. Food. Like, I want to go to the good spots while I'm there, you know? I want to go on a food tour, dude. But yeah, so Pancakes redeemed the first this or that, alright? Let's start this off with a goodie. Pancakes or waffles? That's the dream roast, yeah. Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles. I'm sorry.
Waffles? You know, it's hard for me to say. I mean, I kind of agree with waffles. Pancakes are alright, but like something about waffles. I think what it is when you put syrup on it and it gets in the it like puddles in the waffle.
Yes.
Oh, that is just like.
Yeah, and it's as to where a pancake, it just, you know,
slides out.
Oh.
Yeah. And then you can store things in those little like squares. You can like stick some butter in there or like blueberries in there, you know, those little
You can make it
crevices
fancy.
there.
Yeah. I remember
Yeah,
eating I ate so many waffles in college because they had that waffle maker and they had the Texas one. They had like the Texas waffle maker, so I would just do that one. Like as
I know what you're talking about.
as Texas as that is.
On a waffle?
Huh?
Oh yes.
Ice cream on a waffle?
I haven't
You
had
don't hear
ice cream
about
on a waffle,
Ice cream
no.
on pancakes.
Ice cream
like
on
a
a
mini
waffle. Have you had chicken in waffles?
Yes.
No.
I don't like
either.
regular chicken and waffles, you know, like the just plain Jane chicken. I like going to Chili's and getting the like honey chipotle chicken and waffle.
I'll have to try that next time.
It's because it's like sweeter, and I just like feel like waffles still should be in the sweet realm, you know. So it kind of like gives me the best of both worlds there, but it's freaking good. If I ever get chicken and waffles, that's what I get, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, pancakes are alright. I think it has to be a flavored pancake.
Like the ones from IHOP?
Yeah, like red velvet
it's like
one.
Dessert. It's not even breakfast anymore at that point.
Yeah,
like,
it's just dessert.
The cheesecake one, the New York style cheesecake pancakes from IHOP, it's like, at that point, it's not even breakfast anymore.
You know what I realized? Boobeez is missing.
Oh shit.
I'm just saying. But anyways, while y'all are discussing, let me see if I can find Boobeez. Where the fuck did Boobeez go? Great. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, I think Waffles probably is superior. There he is. Welcome back, Boobeez. Trying to think. I try to think about what other bucket list things I have. Like I said, I don't really. I don't think about that. Is that weird?
I don't know. That's a good question. Cause like to me, it's not weird because I kind of just go with the flow. I'm not a planner. Like there's places I'd like to go, like I said before, but like I don't plan things.
See, I'm a planner, but I don't have like a bucket list. I just have like life goals, as I call them. More like things I would like to happen, but will they happen? I don't know. I don't want to give myself the pressure of making it happen. I think that's the thing, is that I don't...
It's more realistic.
Yeah, it's like, and then to me, it's like when you say bucket list, you're just, at that point, you're thinking about the end, right? You're not thinking about your life, you're thinking about the end. You're thinking about, like, oh shit, I gotta get all this done. What if I die tomorrow?
I never thought about it like that, because that is a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure, yeah, to like, you're like, oh my god, like, I need to get all this done today, because what if I die tomorrow? What if I trip and fall and hit my head on something? And then that's it. You know what I mean? That's it.
That's what a bucket list is, though, right? That's why it's called a bucket list. It's like things you want to do before you kick the bucket. Like,
yeah, but I feel like having it in a list, it like probably gives people too much pressure to do it all.
Maybe I think that's probably why my bucket list is more like realistic things. You know, getting the car that I want. You know, owning the house. I already got the dog, so.
Check that off the list. Yeah.
One step closer to death.
One step closer. Yeah. I've traveled a lot already. You know, I've been to Ireland and.
You've been to Ireland.
And Mexico a few times. I've been to. Shit, where have I been? I've been to a few places, but
California.
so I'm like content with that traveling. Like I would like to travel more, but like I'm pretty like I did travel out of state, you know? I'm pretty content with that aspect of things. What was I gonna say? It was, it's mainly like Japan and like New Zealand, I think those, like the areas of. My parents went to London without me. When I was in Ireland, they went to London and then came to Ireland, so they did both.
You both have left the country. I haven't.
You haven't left? Where is a place that you for sure want to like go?
I would like to go to the Viking Museum in Norway.
Norway. Speaking of museums, there's a Titanic museum in Ireland, northern part of Ireland, but I didn't get to go to the northern part of Ireland, so that would be something I would want to do. But the bucket list kind of is similar to the whole New Year's resolution thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like New Year's resolution. We
had this conversation. What, this year we did, huh? Much pressure.
Yeah, and a lot of times people put unrealistic like things on themselves, like say I'm gonna lose 100 pounds by the end of this year, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying don't go for that goal, but I'm saying do micro goals, like small goals, right?
You could say I'm going to be healthier.
I'm gonna eat better. I'm gonna make smarter choices. Or say, you know, I'll make like a goal plan of like, okay, if I hit 20, like lose 20 pounds. Okay, great. I lost 20 pounds. Now I'm gonna shoot for like 40 pounds, right? And like make the goals throughout the year kind of thing. And you feel better because
back to what Queen said, realistic.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying 100 pounds in a year is unrealistic necessarily. Probably, I don't know if that's even healthy. But, like, but when you hit the smaller goals, you get more, like, motivated, right? You're like, yes, I did this. Great. It's an achievement, right? Mm-hmm. So, that's how I feel with New Year's resolutions. Like, I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna do this and this and this like this year. I'm gonna be like, well, my goal is to do this, or I need to eat better. Like I have a New Year's resolution thing over here, whatever goals. I put like happy tummy, happy life because I have tummy issues. And actually my tummy I haven't had as many issues this year because I've been very good about it. Like about not pushing my limitations. But did y'all have any did y'all make any New Year's goals and have you achieved them?
Dude,
be broke.
I don't even remember.
No, Garita, have you made any goals?
So unfortunately around New Year's this year, I lost my job. So,
yes.
So we came back over and we moved back in with my parents and it wasn't the best time. So yeah, I didn't want to be broke.
I guess that's a goal. You know, you don't want to be broke.
I didn't want to be living on the streets, but hey, look, we're still here. So
yeah, and you got a job, and hopefully it's going well for you, that job.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Probably better than the bullshit that you dealt with in.
I am living every teenager's dream.
Great.
I work at Best Buy, by the way.
Yeah, every gamer's dream, right? Because you get the
discounts, yeah.
Releases or whatever.
Oh yeah, that too. We get so when things release, we can get early access, and stuff like that. There's just a bunch of little benefits they throw, like they sprinkle in there just to like
keep you like coming. Yeah, reel you in a little bit at a time. They're like, we don't pay you as much, but hey, we give you Tears of the Kingdom on a discount. Basically.
And I get so like in the back of the warehouse sometimes you'll be able to see like things that have street dates on them. So like those Joy-Cons, the like excuse me, the pastel ones, those were street dated, so like they were supposed to release on a certain day. I didn't hear about it at all. Like I didn't hear Nintendo talking about it. I didn't see it anywhere. So when I saw those in the back, I was like, hell yeah, I want those. And so like when they released that, of course, on that street date, we didn't put any up front. So I was like one of the first people to purchase them that day because they were in the back and they still weren't like really announced or talked about. So I was like, awesome.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that's a freaking dream, isn't it? And
Sure.
not that I mean, most of my paycheck wouldn't even be able to go to even a discounted thing if I did work at Best Buy. because
Hobby Lobby.
huh?
That'd be me at Hobby Lobby.
I tried to get a job at Hobby Lobby and then I was well, first they weren't hiring, but also like I was like, most of my paycheck will definitely go to Hobby Lobby.
For sure. Like recently, now I'm in even more debt because we had to, our stove went out.
Oh no.
So we had to purchase a new stove. Fortunately though, there was a deal and a sale and you know all this other stuff. Pretty much I dropped down a $2,000 stove to about 1,500, maybe 1,400 around there. With all the discounts and stuff we got, so I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, any
delivery.
money you could save, man, at this
Hell
point.
yeah. So I was like, for sure. And that thing shouldn't give out for like years now.
Yeah.
We got a really good one. So hopefully we switched over to gas. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully
that's-
that last one.
Gas is way better than electric.
Yeah.
I think we had a conversation in Discord.
that's my thoughts too. I prefer gas stoves.
Wait, y'all had a discussion in the Discord about gas stoves?
So they had posted a picture of their stove. And I think he was monitoring.
That's such a, we're at the point where we get excited about those type of things.
Appliances?
Yeah.
It's exactly what Nathan said. Nathan was like, I think I'm getting old. Like the post was, when he posted the photo was, I think you know you're getting old whenever you get excited about buying household appliances and stuff like that. And I was like, we need to remodel the kitchen, we need to remodel the bathroom, like there's so much we need to do. And recently we actually went on a date to find like to pick out a color for our bathroom. That was our date.
So romantic. I mean, that is kind of romantic when you're in a long-term relationship or married. Like, it's kind of cute to go with your husband or whatever significant other and go pick out something together that's for your house. Like, that's kind of romantic in a sense. But yeah, that's funny. I like going to Lowe's just for funsies. You know, like I like to doodle around Lowe's for no reason whatsoever.
I like going to Hobby Lobby.
That too. Well, but I just Hobby Lobby I would most likely leave with something. Lowe's I just kind of go in there and I'm like, it's kind of like I just play around.
I work next to an Ulta, a Hobby Lobby, a Joann's, and a Michael's.
So I'm gonna go visit you at work.
It is the absolute worst.
Like you get your paycheck, walk down the street, and just go hit up all the stores. Doesn't come home with like $5. Hey, my dogs are freaking fighting at the worst time. Hey.
I don't go to Hobby Lobby very often, but I swear every time I get like the Hobby Lobby craving, it's always on a Sunday.
Always, and that's with Chick-fil-A too, dude.
Yeah, I go on, when that happens, I just go to Joann's. But honestly, I use Joann's a lot more than I do Hobby Lobby, because the crafts that I do
Are fabric based?
Are fabric based.
Yeah.
So
our Joann's went out of business because of Hobby Lobby. Which is
are you serious?
There's not as many options in Hobby Lobby for fabrics and things like that.
Oh, for sure. That's what I was about to say. I always get so disappointed.
But maybe Hobby Lobby is cheaper than Joann's because they have the deals and whatever, and that's people would rather go for the deals and the cheapness of it than actually get, you know, the fabric that they.
I think it just kind of depends, cause like I've been to Joann's. Excuse me. I spent a lot less money at Joann's.
Really?
Buying more items than at Hobby Lobby. I think it's mainly just because like with Joann's there's like certain sales that also go on. So like as long as you hit those sales and then and you're not. So a lot of the times when I buy fabric, I buy like under fabric, if you know what I'm saying. Like it's like that thin kind of cotton. And that thin cotton usually costs about like $1-2 so per yard anyways. So it's like, well, it's gonna be like almost the same price here, Walmart or Hobby Lobby. So I mean, why not go to Joann's, because like they have more options,
maybe
like more variety of colors and stuff.
Yeah, maybe I just have a perceived notion of Joann's being like expensive because I don't know, I've only been to Joann's maybe a handful of times, to be real.
They do have expensive options. Like, they have wedding fabric there.
Oh.
That's like almost $40 per yard.
Jesus Christ. But
hey, it is gorgeous.
If you want to make your wedding dress.
They have an entire, like, wedding section for, like, made of, what are those called? Bridesmaids. Dress fabric and wedding fabric and tuxedo fabric. Like they got you. Like if you're making your whole crew's like outfit, it's there.
Wow, I did not know that. That's interesting.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
They also have a cosplay section.
Really?
Like they label it as cosplay. Like
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they have a shit ton of Yaya Han.
I like Yaya Han.
Oh for sure. And then they have appliques that for like Genshin items and stuff like that.
Ooh.
It is so cool. Like,
are you gonna make me a Genshin cosplay?
I wanted to. So recently I've actually been working on a Lynetta cosplay from goodness, what's it called? It's like a horror dating sim.
A horror dating sim.
A horror dating sim. Markiplier played it. God dang.
What's it called?
I can't remember it.
Oh man, you have to send it to me when you know.
It has, what is it? Eulige gods? Is that what they're called? Oldridge gods.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She is Cthulhu pretty much.
Oh.
But if you type in Lynetta, it's L''Neta. That's a cosplay I'm working on. But it's very NSFW, so like, be careful.
Oh shit.
Yeah, let me look it up for. Wait, you said L.A.
Be careful.
No, L''N. E-T-A.
And.
But it's NSFW, so like, be careful.
Yeah, no, I'm looking.
She's like a squid girl.
Interesting.
It's like Oldridge gods. So like there's Cthulhu, there's the Yellow King.
This girl. She is like Cthulhu.
Yeah. Do you know what the dating game is called?
Game coming to Sucker for Love it says.
Sucker for Love.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm kinda curious. I think that would be funny for like a stream. Sucker for Love. Is it like stream safe? Would you say?
The actual playthrough, I believe so.
Okay.
I just think that people make it very NSFW.
Well, yeah.
I was gonna say, Markiplier streams it, and when we were watching Markiplier stream it, playthrough. I just refer to streaming as everything. My bad. When he was playing through it, I don't think there was any like naughty scenes or anything like that. A dude does get his face ripped off, so at some point.
Great.
But I think that
sounds
would
great.
be like I think that's like the worst of it.
I mean, I don't see that as being
So
bad.
I'm gonna say you love that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've been looking at like horror games and stuff, and I had to take a break from horror games because I had so much anxiety from the last one I played that it just kind of like it was affecting me too much, you know? I had to take a breather. I think the Outlast, yeah, was the last one I was playing, but I was like, maybe now I can start doing some more horror games again or whatever. But speaking of streaming, Queen, are you gonna stream? Are you gonna stream soon? Hey, my dogs are just like, let's do this now, let's fight now. We've been sleeping all day. But the dogs
that's why
are...
I got Theo in the kennel. I got Raven laying down over here, but that's why I got Theo in the kennel.
Quit, y'all. I don't know if you see the tails flying and stuff back here. Hey!
Oh.
They're playing too rough, dude. I don't know why they're so wound. Quit, y'all. But yeah, I've been looking at different horror games and stuff. Like, did you know there's a Michael Jackson horror game?
Oh
No.
right. Oh my god.
It's called Escape the
Like,
IUOK or whatever. And basically, he's like a kind of like a zombie version of Michael Jackson, I would say. But he chases you in this mansion, and but if he catches you, you have to start completely over. You have to escape the mansion, but you can't let him catch you. But he can hear you.
What?
But he can hear you. If you talk or something, he can hear you. Or like sound alerts and stuff. So like, yeah,
That's
Babies.
so weird. I
Hey.
hate games that do that. The games that like
Quit.
listen to your mic and your like sound activity as you're playing them. I absolutely hate those. There are some that like use your camera too, and those freak me out. Like, gosh, I don't know how long ago it was. There was a game where you pretty much had to let it like access your like information pretty much, and it would just randomly put in some of that information in there.
that's kind of
And then-
sus. I don't like
And then
that.
they would make like a knocking sound on the on the headset, and if you were looking at the camera video, it looked like if there was a door available, it looked like the door would open. And then you would like double take, and of course, like in real life, the door isn't opening, but like in the video, it's making it seem like it opened. And like,
Hell no.
I don't know if I like that.
I can't do that. Like that just freaks me out so much.
Yeah, that would freak me out, dude. No, that's a big pile of nope. If I ever had one. Yeah, no, that's like freaking.
I love horror games though.
Yeah,
And
I like them, but I get so fucking scared. But I love them.
I was gonna say, I don't think I could play them anymore. I just kind of like watching people play them.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, before streaming, I would just watch people play them, and I'm like, haha, you're scared, haha.
Right?
And then now I'm like, people are
Now
like,
you're-
haha,
now
you're scared,
Your
haha.
best clips come from those games.
Yeah, like the clips are good. It's worth the
Oh, yeah.
content, I guess. But yeah, I had to take like a step back because it was so much, like too much. I was playing too many like
So much anxiety.
horror games.
Well,
that
I think it was the horror week that got
I think, yeah, it was the horror week actually, because I played Amnesia Rebirth, which was scary in my opinion.
Awful.
It was very terrifying.
I hate Amnesia.
Outlast. I didn't finish Outlast. I still haven't finished Outlast. What else did I play that week? I don't even remember now. I blocked it out of my brain. Huh?
Didn't you play Resident Evil?
Oh, maybe it was
fun,
Resident Evil, yeah. Which I stopped playing because I was getting kind of like bored, I guess. Not bored, but I had already went through Leon's story. And so then you go through Claire's story. It's Resident Evil, what?
4?
3? No, 2? Resident Evil... Which one?
Oh, never mind.
Not the remake, the newest remake, but it's one of the other ones. That
You said
remake.
Leon, and I immediately thought 4. My bad.
Leon and Claire. Well, they're all Leon's in most of them. I think. But most of the first ones. But Claire's story is very like similar, I guess. Like it's still similar gameplay and like you still do the same things somewhat. Like maybe weapons are a little different, but to me I was just like I got bored honestly, but I might revisit in October. I don't know. We'll see. But
what about the other one? Is it Amnesia Bunker?
oh my god.
Oh my
Well,
god.
Free on
people
Game Pass.
You play that?
I have
Nope.
not played it
Yeah,
yet.
I haven't played it.
Okay, I was about to say, Nathan and I have recently been watching Markiplier play it, and
Yeah, it's free. It's free on Game Pass right now.
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. Like, my heart would not be able to take
Yeah,
that. Like,
so I'm glad that it wasn't voted on. I'm glad it wasn't voted on, but I had a poll that was like only up Amnesia the Bunker, and then I had some like be nice to me options, I think, on there. Like if you wanna like really, but it ended up being only up, so like I almost played had to play Amnesia the Bunker. I mean I probably will eventually, but I'm not ready for it because I saw like a little bit of Danny Dancho play it. Little bit, and I was like, no. I didn't want to get too spoiled on it, but it was not, you know.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. I know, like, Nathan loves the Amnesia games.
Mhm.
He's played like all of them. I'm pretty sure he's played all of them. But we were watching The Bunker, and I don't know if he's wanting to play that one. But thank you, Queen, for letting me know that it's free right now, because
Yeah, on Game Pass, on what is
Yeah.
it, Xbox Game Pass. But yeah. What other games have y'all been playing?
I'm afraid to say it.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, I know what Queen's been playing.
What has Queen been playing?
Queen-
Fortnite?
Fortnite and Disney Dreamlight Valley. But I agree, Karina.
Listen.
She's went
I
to the
know.
dark side, all right. Fortnite.
Yeah.
It's okay, I guess.
But you know what? I enjoy it.
I mean, if it makes
I
you
spent a little bit of
happy,
money on it.
if it makes you happy, then I'm happy.
It
But
does make me happy, okay? The
Yeah,
fact
that's
that
all
they
that
have
matters.
the no build mode is the only reason I'll play it.
Karina, we
It's
might
like- it's
we
like
might have to
dating
find a new
chat.
co-host. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I talked a lot of shit about it, you know.
I refuse. I refuse to play Fortnite.
4-year-old. No, it's for me.
It's for Queen. I still need to play. I need to finish Hellblade.
I love that game so much.
Have you played
I have
Hellblade,
so many games.
Karina?
Which one?
Hellblade?
No, I don't think so. I have so many games that I've like played
Also free on
recently
Game
that I
Pass.
like.
You can't even remember what's. You're like.
I was gonna replay Hellblade, but since I watched you play it, I just uninstalled it from my computer.
Mm.
It was stressing me out. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this.
Yeah.
I will do that again.
So I was playing it on my keyboard and mouse, which I don't suggest.
Yeah, I did it with the Xbox controller. And
I'm gonna have to set up an
much
Xbox
easier.
controller
What
because
is
like
Hellblade?
it's how do you explain it? It's like Nordic
It's,
mythology kind of vibe, right? How would you explain Hellblade? It's like you're the you're this schizophrenic girl that goes through and like tries to find her lover, right, or something like that.
Oh, that's weird.
But basically goes through hell.
Oh.
And yeah, it's like based off of like what is it, Nordic mythology and stuff like that, right, or something like that. I don't know.
You know what that actually reminds me of?
Well, she's a Celtic warrior, but
Celtic warrior.
it's set in the Viking Age.
That reminds me of Shattered Memories, which hopefully we get to play. Hopefully we get to play this coming Spooktober. Shattered Memories is a Silent Hill game. It's pretty much you play as I think she's amnesiac. How would you say that? She has amnesia. And you go through like
Karina making up new
her
words.
story. Yeah, you go through her story. I'm pretty sure it's a girl. I can't even remember, honestly though. But I played a demo of it on the PS Vita. Yeah.
Oh damn.
And I really enjoyed it, but pretty much like your choices affect how the monsters look. So like you know how in I think it's it might be the first one. It might be the second one. But in the first or second one, the nurses were like a visualization of his like infidelity, and it was pretty much haunting him because you know he had an affair or thought he had an affair or whatever happened there, because his wife was sick, and so the visualization of those nurses was like because of that. So the monsters take on like that aspect. So like yeah, it's really creepy because like I said, your decisions shape the monsters pretty much.
Yeah.
In Shattered Memories.
That's kind of interesting.
That is interesting.
So
like Until Dawn, where you, like if you make you have to make certain decisions, and you can either it'll either save that person or not save that person.
Is that the game you were saying is like by the makers of the Quarry or something?
Yeah, I don't know what they're
right now.
I think Until Dawn is probably one of the best ones to me, in my opinion, that they made. Well, I haven't watched a lot of them, I guess, to be fair, but the Quarry was okay. Like, I watched somebody play it. It was alright. I don't think it's horrible, but, you know.
Yeah, like...
Something about Until Dawn just kind of...
And then, honestly, I get sleepy. That's why I'm only, like, a quarter of the way through, because, like... It's not catching my attention. I keep waiting for, like, the good stuff.
Yeah, I feel like Until Dawn is good about that, in my opinion, though. But I haven't played the games. I've only watched playthroughs of the games.
I want to play Until Dawn.
You want to play?
You brought that up, because, yeah, I would totally be down to play that.
Yeah, I don't think my computer could handle it, but, yeah, I would love to one day.
Is it on the PlayStation as well, though?
Is it?
I think it's on the PS4.
Maybe I could, yeah, if I bought it one day. Maybe one day we could play Until Dawn.
Because if it's on the PS4, then I'll definitely look into that, but if
yeah,
not,
it probably is on the PS4. I don't really have any games on my PS4.
She says it is.
It is.
The platform says it's PS4.
Nice.
Yeah, so I don't know how much it is, though.
It is... Oh, that's a PlayStation Store. I don't know how accurate this is, but it says $10.
Oh, awesome.
But, yeah.
Spooktober lineup.
Spooktober, yeah. There's some options for some games if you stream, or even if you don't stream and you want a spoopy game. Yeah, I obviously, you know, October is probably going to be the month of spoopy games.
Month of pain.
Month of pain and suffering, yeah.
Fucking the game I was playing last year, the Fatal Frame, if you remember that one.
I remember briefly watching some of your stream or whatever.
So Fatal Frame, pretty much, you're taking pictures of ghosts. So you actually have to face the like the evils. Like,
so it's Pokemon Snap, but Ghost.
Yeah.
You have to get close.
I remember you playing that.
And so the way to defeat the ghosts and stuff is actually staring at them through this camera and taking a picture of them.
That's a big pile of note to me, dude.
So it was actually super fun though. And if you after you defeat them, if they're like wriggling in pain and you go and touch them, you see their past memories, and it's a trip, guys. But I was playing Lady of the Black Water, which was I think one of the first ones. But they're releasing one of the next games, which was like something about a moon.
Something about a moon. Fatal Frame. Something about a moon.
Something about a moon. But yeah. So you guys talking about Spooktober and all that. I was like, when is that releasing? Because in October, I'm gonna start playing that again, and I want to see if the next game is gonna be released soon, so that way I can play it during October as well. If not, well then, it'll be next year or the year after.
Yeah, and it's we're talking about October now, but man, time is flying by, dude.
Oh, for sure.
I'm like, oh shit, today is Josh's birthday. And I'm like, oh shit. The fact that it's already July, I just can't even.
It's almost the end of July at that.
End of July, yeah. It is.
Yeah, it went by fast.
And then before we know it, it's gonna be the holidays, and then we have to go Christmas shopping, and.
Yup.
Yeah, so it's crazy to think how fast I feel like all my years have been going super fast lately, too. Unfortunately.
I have nothing to look forward to. I feel like if you have nothing to look forward to, your days just go by so quickly.
Yeah.
Because if there's a goal in mind, you'll be like, oh, why can't it be there sooner?
Right, yeah.
Get there. But if you have nothing planned and you have nothing to live for, it's
basically me right now. Honestly, I'm just doing a whole lot of fucking nothing, dude.
I'm just trying to survive and be happy.
I'm trying to be happy, man. The only way I can think about being happy at all is just doing things that make me happy. But then it's but no, you need to do things that don't make you happy so you can do things that make you happy, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that. But
so recently I did that plushie. I don't know if you saw Patricia.
Patricia?
Yeah. You haven't seen Patricia?
No. Let me see Patricia.
Oh,
where is Patricia?
I need Nathan to bring Patricia in here. I need to go grab her. She's actually in my bedroom. She's a sand seal. She's a plushie I made for Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh.
But my next project was gonna be Makar from Wind Waker. He's a little Korok. So I'm planning that out, and I have to go to Joann's or Hobby Lobby.
I didn't know you were making plushies.
Yeah, she posted them in their Discord.
Here, wait. I'll be right back. Let me go grab Patricia.
Get Patricia. I'm curious.
She's gorgeous.
I want to see Patricia.
There's some hard work put into that.
So now we could talk shit about Karina.
Stupid. No, I want to learn how to sew. I literally have a sewing machine. It belonged to my great grandmother, and I just never.
My friend Rebecca was mentioning that too. We moved her big ass sewing cabinet that she's got from her grandmother, and she was talking about learning how to sew and stuff. I used to know how to sew because of Girl Scouts, but yeah, I don't use it, so it's kind of. Josh knows how to sew more than I do. Sometimes when I get a hole in my leggings, I'm like, Josh, please. And he just, I'm like, I don't care if it looks ugly, just sew it. And he sews the hole back up.
What?
Yeah. That's
I don't like the fact that I didn't want to put pants on, so I have a.
Are you
pajama shorts on?
Okay, as long as you're not like pantless, like
This
completely. I don't want you to be like, you know.
Look at that.
That is cute. Oh my god, that's
awesome?
big too. It's bigger than I thought it was. That's so cute.
Yeah, it's cool because she was like posting like the process of it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cute. And Nala's like, I'm gonna chew on it, yeah. But what was I saying about sewing?
Bro, you need to open up your own Etsy store.
I'm telling you, dude. Start selling plushies, man.
Someone would buy that.
Making plushies, I don't think is like very easy. So it's like there's
It's
probably
just time consuming.
it's time consuming, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Josh can sew because that's the difference between somebody who grew up where they couldn't get like new clothes all the time, to me who like, not to say it, but I'm very privileged, okay? I'm a very privileged white woman, right? And I didn't have, like, if I had a hole in my clothes, like, I would want my mom to fix it, but a lot of times she would just go buy a new
that's
thing.
how it was for me too.
But Josh had to like learn how to sew so that he could fix his clothes when they get holes in them. So
Patricia was a bitch and a half because like I did the full body with machine sewing, which is super easy, by the way. Machine sewing, hands down, as long as you know how to do it or learn how to do it.
Yeah,
I feel like you can make anything. But it's the hand sewing that's a bitch. If you saw like the little decorative sewing on the fins, that like darker string that's around there, and the some of the decorative sewing on her face, that was a bitch and a half because that all had to be done by hand. And the worst part about it is the fabric that I was using didn't have enough, like, the fabric had too much tension, so like when I pushed the needle in, it wouldn't go through, and that thread is so thick that whenever I was trying to like pull it through, I had to use pliers to pull this needle through. It was awful. Like, my hands hurt. I still have bruises on my fingers, like my fingertips, from having to push that needle through. So, but yeah, I made Patricia because I wanted a sand seal, and in Tears of the Kingdom, there's that option to like, there's a mini game where you can find this little sand seals. So they're like sand seal plushies. So I copied that pattern and did my best. She's not like 100% the same, but she's very similar. So I think she turned out fantastic. She's beautiful to me.
Yeah, from here, it's like, from what I see here, it's pretty close to perfection.
Yeah, I don't know what the seal looks like, but it's cute. No.
Thank you.
I think you did a good job. I mean, I didn't expect it to be that big, too.
Yeah, she's huge.
Yeah, she's a big ol' seal.
She is huge. Like, she is as big as my torso. Like, bigger than my torso. She almost weighs as much as my chihuahua.
I mean, that's not saying too much. Well, I don't know. Chiquita is kind of chunky, right?
Yeah.
She's a chunky
Chiquita
little
weighs
chihuahua.
about, like, right now she weighs like 9.5, I think, or 9.4. But Patricia took about 4 bags of stuffing.
Jesus Christ, dude.
All those fins on the top of her head, those were individually stuffed. Her flippers are individually stuffed, and her tail is individually stuffed. All those had to be hand sewn as well onto the body.
Yeah.
So, like, it was, she was awful to make, but she's super cute.
All right. Well, I'm wanting to take a BRB, mostly. Ads, bathroom, if you'll have to go to the bathroom. And I actually have a little, like, activity thing after when we come back. So if anybody needs to, go to the restroom or whatever, get a snack, whatever, we're gonna do a BRB, and I'll play an ad so y'all don't get interrupted. So, BRB, alright? I have, like, it's gonna be short little activity, alright? It's not really an activity, but it's more, it's a psychopath riddle. I don't know if you've seen or heard about those, but basically, I'm gonna read you this thing, and you're gonna answer how you think, and then I'll tell you what the answer is, and that determines if you're a psychopath or not. Alright? Maybe we'll do a couple of these. Alright? So, are you ready? Are you ready? Alright. A man goes to his mother's funeral. There he meets a woman. They go out and they part their several ways. This one's like not correct English. The man forgets to get the woman's phone number. 3 days later, he kills his father. Why? I'll read it again. A man goes to his mother's funeral. There he meets a woman. They go out and then they part their separate ways. The man forgets to get the woman's phone number. 3 days later, he kills his father. Why?
His stepmother. I don't know.
To see her again. Because, I mean, if the mother died and she was there, then...
Did you say, like, to see her again at the funeral? At the next funeral?
Yeah.
Oh!
So, the answer, okay, is so the woman would go to his father's funeral and he can get her number this time. 98% of people who got this right turned out to be serial killers.
Told you.
So, Karina.
Told you.
Oh, wait. What? If she goes to the mother's, then goes to the father's, what if they're related?
Doesn't matter. He's still trying to get them digits.
He's trying to get in those DMs.
His cousin or something.
I don't know. Or it could just be a friend of the family or some shit, but... Okay.
Doesn't matter. No.
So...
This is a fictional scenario.
Let's see,
So, point one for me being a serial killer.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, that's the only one showing up. But there is another one. So, let me see, Psychopath Test. But yeah, I saw somebody on their podcast do this, and I thought it was really interesting. That... Okay.
Are you playing with fire?
Me?
For my candles.
Oh, It's for your candle.
Okay, I haven't seen this one, so let me actually hide the answer so I can answer it too, alright? One day, the police found a man dead inside a hut. In his left hand, he's holding a gun. In his right hand, he has a recording. When the recording is played, the police hear the man talking about how horrible life is and how he wants it to end. The recording ends with a gunshot. Police are about to call it a suicide until you point out a very important clue. What is it?
He's not.
Do you want me to read that again?
Left-handed, right-handed.
Okay, one day, the police found a man dead inside a hut. In his left hand, he's holding a gun. In his right hand, he has a recording. When the recording is played, the police hear the man talking about how horrible life is and how he wants it to end. The recording ends with a gunshot. The police are about to call it a suicide until you point out a very important clue. What is it?
How did he turn it off?
How did he turn the...
Did it just keep going?
The recording off? You're not wrong, How did he turn off the recording? If he died by the gunshot.
There's also whether he was left-handed, right-handed, how the bullet, the exit wound.
Yeah, there's a lot of missing details from it because, yeah,
that's not what I can think of though. Is it was made to look like that?
It's made to look like that, but the recording stopped. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's see what the answer is. The recording played a gunshot inside it. If the man committed suicide, he wouldn't have been able to stop the recording after he pulled the trigger.
I lost a lot of investigation discovery.
Basically, you're a psychopath. No, I don't know if that deems you as a psychopath, but I thought those, like, riddles are pretty interesting. So
technically, I didn't answer about the recording, so that's not a point for me, right?
No, it was Queen. Queen started the conversation there, so that was Queen. Okay. The 1 point towards Karina for the first one. Queen for the second one. Do we want to do? Do we want to do one more?
Yes, we need to even this out. Danielle, either you have to get one, or Queen and I have to get another one.
Oh, this one
is the most psychotic.
Okay, this one's long as hell, dude. This one's long. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Johnny's dad had told Johnny that if he could get an A+ on his final exam, he could get any ice cream flavor he wanted, plus a pizza. When the day for the final exam came, the professor said, "There are 3 questions on this exam. You will have 1 hour to answer them all and no more. Anyone caught taking any longer or cheating will get an automatic F." When Johnny received the paper, he read the first question. As he read it, he realized the exam was no piece of cake, so he worked as hard as he could. When he finally finished question 1, he checked the clock. There was only 5 minutes left. At this rate... Yeah, I know! Like, how long did you spend on this fucking question? At this rate, he wouldn't be able to finish in time. As Johnny looked around, he saw that there were hundreds of students and figured that he could get away with a few extra minutes, so he worked away past the hour mark. He worked way past the hour mark. As Johnny went to turn in his paper, the professor stopped him. "Young man," the professor said sternly, "I saw you keep working long after the 1 hour mark. You were caught cheating and will get an F." Thinking quickly, Johnny replied, "Do you know who I am?" The professor stoically responded, "I neither know or care who you are. You need to learn respect and discipline." And he says, Johnny says, "Good," said Johnny, and he ran away. When the day for the exam scores to be announced came, Johnny received an A+. How? Probably because he either murdered his family or he got rid of the teacher. The teacher's the only one who saw him work past the hour. Somehow he got rid of... Maybe there's a substitute. Maybe there's a substitute teacher. But I would think he would grade it before the...
I think another option would be that he could have snuck into the professor's house or teacher's house and written on there instead of an F, an A+.
Mm.
So, like, breaking and entering.
Yeah, because he asked, "Do you know who I am?" Like, kind of like, okay, good, you don't know who I am. I'm gonna do something that way you're like, oh, I don't know who he is, kind of thing. Like, he did something suspicious.
The name on the top, yeah.
He did something suspicious or something, like either that or, like I said, like probably got rid of the teacher or something, the one witness that. But I don't think it's maybe as drastic. Maybe it is just like
changed the name.
He could have changed the name or like took somebody else's paper or something. I don't know.
My thoughts automatically go to murder.
All right, let me read the answer here. When the professor confirmed Johnny's anonymity, I don't know what that means. The professor didn't know who he was. Johnny quickly slipped his exam paper into the pile of exams. and ran off, so the professor wouldn't know which exam paper deserved an F. Congratulations on sticking through the whole riddle.
Yep.
But, so basically he slipped that little fucker in there. But I was like, maybe it isn't as drastic, but... I don't know, that's a point to Karita, isn't it, though?
No!
Half a point.
Half a point?
I'll take half a point. Because I did say, like, name change or, like...
Yeah, you just said something. I said something more drastic. I don't know if that makes me more of a psychopath.
Yeah, both of you went to murder. I was like, breaking and entering, dude.
Like, I don't know if that makes me more of a psychopath or not, but...
Yeah, how was that supposed to... Yeah, I'm the most sane out of you two. I'm a murder professor.
I just get rid of them and then my grade will be good. Nobody'll know. Nobody knows who I am. But yeah, that was my little activity. I hope you enjoyed it.
It was definitely something.
But if anybody else wants to do the psychopath test, all you have to do is really type in psychopath riddles or something like that.
I don't know if I want that on my
Yeah, it's in my search history for sure. Because I watched somebody do it on their podcast and I was like, ooh, this would be perfect for it. You got the Texas mug, I just realized.
I represent.
Gotta fit in. You gotta fit in, you damn Californian.
Yeah.
In here with these Texans.
I'm Mexican.
But you're in Texas. We're closest to Mexico. I'm pretty sure, right? Texas is like the closest to Mexico. We got the border.
California is also like bordering Mexico.
Where I am, the border's about maybe like 5 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, see, Queen's closer.
Queen's closer, yeah. You're but you were also
I'm part of central Mexico though, like, so it takes about 27 hours from here to there.
yeah, Texas is so big, like you
I
go
live in
across
the mountains.
My family's from Jalisco.
Jalisco.
Nice.
Mhm.
I'm from Guanajuato.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. I think so too.
Guanajuato,
Okay.
no?
It's like all a certain area.
Mm.
Let's see.
My grandfather was from Michoacan, which is more coastal.
Pronounced.
I'm just from Texas.
I think Elsa said her family was from like the Tampico region.
But the
northeastern Jalisco and how do you say it?
Guanajuato?
Yep, western.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
We're from Guanajuato, so
Yeah,
Queen and I could be.
according to my
One
ancestry results.
oh yeah,
Possible.
speaking of
It's very
ancestry,
possible. I mean, that's how Rose and I found out we were related.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're freaking what, 7th cousins?
You're my 7th cousin. We shared great grandparents.
Yeah. I just think that's like absolutely bonkers that we met on the Maroonblade channel.
Mhm.
Like, I've never downloaded Twitch until then. And then she pops in and then we end up being like legitimately 7th cousins. It's like...
And I found this out what, like a whole year after I already knew you?
Yeah. Because you said you wanted to do my ancestry and I was like, bet, like my mom would love to have like all that done and stuff. She looks up stuff all the time, my mom, on Ancestry, and then the fact that like you found that out, I still can't even believe it.
I know, it's hard to process sometimes. It's still hard to process. It's like, wait, what? Cause like you and I, like we had like an instant like connection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's meant to be.
I just want to kind of loop this back about something about bread, but
Oh, okay.
Danielle and Queen, I feel like you two would be the guy and the woman from the first scenario where you guys met each other at someone's funeral, and you asked for each other's numbers. Would you, Queen? Would you?
would you have murdered somebody to get my number? I don't know, maybe. Maybe, perhaps. No, me and Queen would be the type that go up to each other and be like, give me your fucking number. Like, it wouldn't even take a second funeral, okay? We would be like, going up to be like, bitch, I need your number right now.
I don't remember how all that started.
What?
Like, literally, like, how I got your number and all that stuff.
Oh shit. It's almost been 3 years of me streaming. But almost it's been 3 years for Karina and Nathan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I looked it up the other day. It said I'll be following them for 3 years in November. That's a long time.
Yeah, that is a hell of a long time, dude. Like, I can't, like, I don't feel like it's been 3 years. Or almost. I should say almost.
Through, like, COVID, so.
Yeah. Yeah. That's when, like, everybody, like, swarmed the internet at that time. So.
Pretty much.
If COVID didn't happen, do you think we would have met? Me and Queen.
Well, the reason why, because I've had Twitch since 2014.
Yeah.
But I took a break, you know, I had reasons. But anyway,
Funky.
I got back on it because I started a new job and I was by myself most of the time, so I was trying to find something to do. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look up people playing Twilight Princess.
And then there was the Maroonblade channel.
And I liked their vibe. So I just stayed. And here I am.
Yeah, Karina and Nathan are alright.
I feel like Karina and Nathan, or Nathan and Karina, either one of those, fantastic. But if it's just Karina or just Nathan, we're lost. We just don't understand what to do.
Well, like, you're good at, like, reading the chat more, I feel. And then Nathan playing the game. Like, I feel, I mean, not that you're bad at games, but I feel like you interact more. You know what I mean? And nothing against Nathan, but it's just, like, if he's focused in a game, like, especially his 100% stuff, like, I get it. Like, you're not paying attention completely. So the two of y'all both have your, like, strengths in, like, in streaming, like, and that's why it works together more so, because one can, like, handle one side of things and the other can handle the other side of things.
For sure, yeah. No, I agree, because I talk way too much. I feel like
I don't think so.
I feel like when I get nervous, at least nowadays, when I get nervous, I will just continuously talk until somebody like looks at me like.
I'm the same way. If I get too nervous, I'm like, I gotta fill in the freaking space somehow.
Awkward silence, right?
I hate awkward silence. I hate it, especially on the phone. Like, that's why I have phone anxiety, because somebody like just stop talking. I'm like, so like.
That's how it is when my dad calls me. It's like most of the time just awkward silence. It's like, but I feel weird saying, hey, I gotta go. You know. Yeah,
that's how I am with my dad too. He'll talk about something and then we'll just be quiet. I'm like, yeah, so like, and then he'll start talking again when I say yeah, so like, he'll start talking about something again. I'm like, I'm trying to end this conversation. I'm trying to get the hell out of this conversation.
He just don't answer the phone.
He's not taking my social cues. Like.
And I think that's another thing that Nathan kind of just lacks altogether, is just social cues and just social interactions in general. Nathan's
most of us do.
So like I work customer service, so like I talk to people 24/7. I know I have a customer service voice, That's how bad it is now. But for sure, like I feel like because of that, I'm more adept to those kinds of cues. And same with like chat and interactions. Like this whole time while we've been like discussing and everything, I've been looking at chat and I've been wanting to read chat, and I'm like, breathe, don't do it. It's fine. But yeah, so like I feel like I need to. I'm also a people pleaser, so I feel like I need to, you know, interact and keep talking. But what was that?
The chaos. Josh got home and there's chaos, and it was a dog toy. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
It's chaotic here. I don't know if you can hear the chaos, but
it sounded like the treble part. No, the real party parrot.
Oh, the
You've heard the real party parrot, where it's those little birds going. Ah! Ah!
But yeah. So I mean, I never had a problem before necessarily with small talk if it's in short bursts. Right?
Yeah.
But then there comes a time where I run out of things to say, and I tend to do this on stream too, where I like just go quiet if nobody's chatting and stuff. Like, and you know, I'm fine with people lurking and whatever. You know, you do whatever you gotta do, but because I'm not talking to anybody and stuff, and I just like, how do I talk to myself in this? You know, and then fill in the space, and then I start going quiet after that. A lot of times when I talk to myself, it's mostly like, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to yell at Josh about this. It's like more like to-do list, right? When I talk to myself, so it's hard for me to like talk
I see,
and fill in the space in that capacity. But streaming has definitely helped me in the social aspect, even though I'm like mostly just on the screen. But like, I hated anything like when I'm filmed, right? I don't like being filmed.
Yeah.
I didn't like my voice. A lot of times I didn't like hearing my voice at all.
Same.
Especially pre-surgery when I sounded like this. I hated my voice. But now, with the streaming and stuff, it got me used to myself. And it honestly, I won't, like, not to get too, I guess, I mean, we could get deep. It actually made me like myself more. Like, gave me more, like, self-love. Like, I'm still working on bits, but it made me go, you know, my face doesn't look that bad, or, like, why do I care? Like, people are still watching me, and I look like a potato sometimes on stream. I'm wearing my pajamas on stream, alright? Like, you know, and then, like, my voice, I'm like, after listening to myself back on clips and seeing if my audio's okay and stuff like that, I'm like, you know, my voice isn't really that bad. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know why I thought so hard about it, you know? And it might be because pre-surgery, like, sinus surgery, I, like, sounded stuffed up all the time. And you know, sounded weird all the time, and I think it gave me that, like, anxiety of, like, I sound weird, just in general. But now, because of streaming, I've gotten a better, like self-love, I'm more comfortable with myself. I'm more comfortable with myself now, and I actually been starting to dress, like, trying clothes that I wouldn't have usually put myself in before, but now I'm like, you know what, like, why not? You know, I'm not as, like, self-conscious in a sense about things. Sometimes I do have those days where I'm like, I'm not feeling it today, but other times I'm like, why not? I have, like, a few crop tops now. I never thought I never thought I would wear a crop top, you know what I mean? Like, I just never pictured myself wearing one, because I'm like, I'm a bigger girl, like, nobody wants to see my midriff. And a lot of times, I mean, I'll wear high-waisted enough pants where you don't see, like, most of my midriff, but, like, I do share, like, a little bit Like a little
I
line.
do the same thing, but mine's for different reasons.
But yeah, I think streaming's definitely helped my self-confidence a little bit.
Yeah. No, I can kind of agree, like, for sure, I used to think, same, like, my voice was just way too high-pitched. I sound like a squeaky toy sometimes, I feel like. But high school kind of helped too because I was in theater, so like the performing arts and stuff. That kind of broke me a little bit out of the mentality, and especially because we won awards and we won, you know, for theater, and so I knew that I could perform, and especially like under pressure and in a live setting, like because you know none of that's recorded, like we are performing in front of hundreds of people, so it's like
it's not like you can edit it. It's like it's out there.
Same thing with like marching band, color guard, and like
I mean, you were the
so
you whipped that big ass fucking
10-foot flagpole.
That flag, and she was the only one in the you were in the middle, and it's huge flag, and she was freaking she was the center of attention at that point.
You were a flag girl?
Oh yeah. And she was really good at it.
I was captain.
I did litter guard for one season.
Yeah, she was.
What's that?
You know, like in marching band, like it'd be the first row. They hold like the signs. It's like yeah. I was the K.
We didn't have any of that fancy shit, but yeah.
No. I know what it is, but yeah, no, we didn't have that either.
No, I think our school does now though. Me and Karina's school. I think they have a lot more fancy performance-wise, like in their marching band.
I'm pretty sure they have a winter guard now, and I was like, dude, I want a winter guard.
Yeah, but we were very small, like comparatively. We were like 60 people band, and now it's at like I think they said it's 120 or something like that.
Yeah, I had 240 in my marching band.
Yeah, we were small.
We
had like I think one year we had 3 color guard members.
Yeah, I had. It was the clarinet section was like there was like maybe 10 up to 10 of us, and like four of the basically 4 of the 10 clarinets didn't give a shit. They didn't care at all. Most of them weren't even playing.
Yeah.
Like
it was pretty bad.
It was for me. Marching band was like the proudest I've ever been. Of like when I went out there, I was proud to be in a marching band. You know, like I don't know if that's nerdy, a band kid of me, but like going from high school marching band and then going to college marching band. College marching band is like, it's kind of like I feel like almost not comparing it to the military, but you know, like when you're in uniform in college, like that's sacred. If that makes sense. Like we couldn't even go into the Guinness warehouse when we were in Ireland because when we were supposed to do a tour and drink, we went in, but we couldn't drink any Guinness in our uniform because we were in our uniform.
Right.
And we were representing our school in a different country, so it's like we couldn't. You have to like. There's a fine line of like a level of respect that you have to like. And like pride that you have to put on, and whenever you're in, at least in college marching band. High school, it's kind of like people don't care, but I cared, you know. But college marching band was serious game. Somebody came to
yeah, you're paying to be there.
Yeah, I paid all 4 years, and then they made it where the 4th year of marching band, after I graduated, by the way, the 4th year. They said, oh, you don't have to pay if you do all 4 years, like, at the end. Like, the first 3 you had to pay, but the 4th year, I paid all 4 years, but they didn't do that until after I decided, I got to where I'm graduated.
That fucking
It pissed me off so bad, but it's okay, you know, it's about the experience, I guess, but, but there was one guy who came to morning practice, like game day morning practice, and he came hungover. And my band director saw that he came hungover and kicked him out of the band. He paid for that class, but he kicked him out. Like,
oof.
Like he's like, you know that this is game day? You don't do stupid shit before game day.
Oh no.
Yeah, like it was bad, dude.
That's scary.
Yeah.
I think I remember you talking about that when it happened.
Yeah. But I liked my band director. He was strict, but for good reasons. You know what I mean? Like, you're coming in and you're supposed to represent the college. Like, marching band in college is a different level than high school. Like,
yeah.
high school, people don't really care too much. College...
What was your worst marching band experience?
My worst marching band experience? You mean like on the field or something?
Just in general.
That day I had to get you a Gatorade.
That's what I was about to mention, actually.
Yeah.
I almost passed out on the field.
She blacked out.
I blacked out. No, I legitimately
Oh.
blacked out. Like, I couldn't see at all, and I couldn't hear. I couldn't hear the band, and I was on the field marching, and it was all just muscle memory at that point. Like, I was like, just march to the show. Don't play. I didn't play at that time. Like, march to the show. Like, you got muscle memory. Like, I literally couldn't see. I couldn't see nothing. I couldn't hear anything. And then, right whenever we were walking off, I was like, I need a Gatorade now. Like, I messaged Karita and Elsa, and I was like, I need something. I need water. I need Gatorade. I'm about to pass out. But the thing about it was, before the performance, I actually started feeling like I was dehydrated, but I didn't have any water or anything. But I was like, no, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking get this over with, and then we could drink water after and stuff. And then I literally almost passed out on the field. It was crazy. That was probably the worst, but I was kind of proud of myself that I managed to I managed to get through the fucking performance, muscle memoried my ass through there.
Yeah.
Almost I was fully blacked out. It almost just pass out. Yeah, that was the craziest, I think. But what about you, Karina, or Queen?
I know, 100%, and I still feel terrible about this, to this day. So we were setting up our flags, and for one of the performances, we had, I think, 3 flag changes at one point. So, because we had 3 flag changes, we had to set up our flags before we started. And so we laid down the flags at the markers up front. I don't know if the band changed or what, but our positions changed as we were doing the actual performance. And so I was lucky enough to have a flag in front of me. And all the other color guard members also had a flag in front of them, besides one person. So we had the 2 co-captains, then another member, and then me. And so the co-captain gave her flag to the other captain, the other member gave her flag to the co-captain, and so by that time, though, we had already spent so many minutes, and we were having to backtrack, right? We had to keep going. So I didn't realize it, and the member next to me was like, throw me your flag, throw me your flag. But her position was actually supposed to be or my position was supposed to be further out than the rest of them. So if I would have ran to grab the other flag, thrown her that flag and ran to grab the other flag, I would have missed my spot, missed the turn, missed the, you know. So I was a very bad person that day.
It didn't give her that flag.
So I spun that flag and I kept performing with that flag, and it was her senior year as well.
Oh no!
It's her last performance or not, but I remember she was so upset and so mad at me, and I was like, I'm sorry, but like time was up and I had to keep going, and like I'm really sorry, but like I didn't have time to go run to get the other flag. Like I could have tossed you that one, but then I would have been performing without a flag. And I was like, sacrificial lamb, I'm so sorry. So yeah, that's probably the worst moment of my performing career, because yes, I ended up performing well after that, but also I felt like a complete and utter ass because I did not pass her that flag. And I saw her face and she was like, pass me the flag. And I was like, we don't have time. I can't. I gotta run it. And she was like, pass me the flag. And I was like, oh my god. Yeah, so that was probably the worst
marching band experience.
Yeah.
What about you, Queen? You were in marching band, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is your worst one? You asked us the question.
It's so silly thinking about it now. I guess it would be my sophomore year. So since we had such a large group of members, we were able to like travel out of state to go do competitions and everything. And we were invited to do the one in Vegas. And I was like, okay, cool, Vegas, you know, I'm 15 years old, but cool, Vegas, you know what I mean? Not much I could do. So it was like some type of, I'd never done this before, but everybody performed, and then whoever placed in the top 12 had to perform again. And I don't know if you guys have been to Vegas.
Yeah, that's the UIL competition.
Right? It's hot during the day, but then you need like a sweater at nighttime.
Oh, I remember those days.
So we're like
hated that.
freezing, waiting for the results, and we placed 12th. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? We have to freaking do this all over again. The same show. And so, but in between like the waiting time to perform again, I had been like pounding like energy drinks because it was like 10 o'clock at night because there were so many people. It was like chimichanga burritos or something like that. I was eating those, and then I was like pounding energy drinks because I really didn't think we were gonna make it in the top 12. So not only that, I'm starting to feel sick because I know we gotta perform again. And then my then boyfriend breaks up with me.
Oh no!
And that asshole was the assistant drum major. So we have to go perform. I'm trying not to throw up on the field, and I'm trying not to cry my eyes out. Oh my god, it was awful. So you can imagine just like me trying not to throw up, and there's just like tears coming down my face.
Bro.
Playing my damn flute.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
So you know the experience too. I was about to say, when it gets really cold, metal gets really cold.
And then you're sitting on the bleachers and you're waiting for the results.
So she's like, keep your instruments warm, keep your instruments warm.
Yeah, that too.
Well, flagpoles, you can't keep warm.
Yeah, like, how are you gonna hug the whole pole?
A lot of the times, the flagpoles, you have to put on the actual, like, on the yardage. So, like, you don't even have the flagpoles to keep warm. So, we got gloves, but a lot of the times those are fingerless gloves, right?
Yeah.
So, like, my fingertips would go numb. How are you supposed to hold the flagpole when your fingers aren't, like, no. I hated it. I couldn't.
Yeah. It was horrible because, with it being so cold, you guys have to wear the suspenders too?
Yeah, well, so that's the thing. We had old ass uniforms, like 20-year-old, up until like me and Karina's junior year of high school.
And then you got new ones?
And then we got new ones that were like overall kind of.
Yeah.
But before they were
here,
suspenders that went to here,
Yeah.
like, and then suspended, and they were like 20 years old.
Yeah, well, because it was so hot during the day, I was wearing like a spaghetti strap tank top and my PE shorts.
Mm.
And I don't know, those
Gorgeous.
uniforms, they look thick, but the wind just goes through it, and so it's like.
We had to wear our band T-shirts, like so.
We had to wear our band T-shirts after we took our uniforms off, but we were able to wear anything we wanted under it. Some of the guys wouldn't even wear anything except their damn underwear. So that was like,
That's gross. Because people still use your, like, even if you dry clean, it's like, people are gonna use your uniform.
we were assigned to the same uniforms all year.
I know, but
and
when
then
they graduate,
dry clean.
it's like somebody else is gonna use it. But
Yeah, unfortunately for us performers, we, I say that you guys are also performers. What I mean by that is like color guard. We had to wear whatever was like provided for that time. And I remember one year we had like an Elvis show, and it was goddamn awfully cold. And that material was so fucking thin. So fucking thin. And we had to perform like that. It was like short sleeves. We didn't have sleeves. And it was like mesh. So it was awful.
yeah, so my memories of oh my god, dude, my memories of like UIL, which is like the competitions, like having to go play again and whatever, do the performance. My memories was like mostly like I was crushing so hard on Josh at that time. And I was like at this UIL competition. I don't remember. I guess it was probably his senior year, so my sophomore year. I was like at this UIL competition. I'm going to, I'm gonna get his number or whatever. And I was like, okay, how do I like show some sort of interest in him? Like, we've been talking, but not like, it's kind of like, oh hey, like we're band friends, you know what I mean? Like, not anything like any showing interest. And I was shy back then too, and it was so fucking cold on the bleachers, and I was like sitting there shivering, and Josh actually asked me or he was like, do you want to borrow my jacket?
Oh.
And I was like, yes. Yes, I do. And he, I don't know if he even remembers it, but I borrowed his jacket and I wore that bitch all the way home. And I think we did exchange, we exchanged numbers too, because at that time, because I want to make sure I gave him his jacket back or whatever. So then it got to a point where we were about to like go home, and I forgot I had the jacket on, and I almost went home with it. No, I did actually forget. It was late as fuck, dude. It was so late when we got back from that UIL competition, and I was exhausted. And he texted me. He's like, "Hey, so like, you give me my jacket back?" I was like, "Oh yeah."
No, it's just my jacket now.
It's mine. But yeah, that was like probably the best moment of my life, dude. I was like, fuck yeah, I got to wear Josh's like as a high school girl, you know, like I mean, like who has a crush. Like I was like, this is it, man. This is it.
I felt so awkward. Like, so I don't know if I'm pretty sure you guys have heard the story of how Nathan and I also started dating because of high school band, because of the coldness in the bleachers.
Yeah. I mean, I know because, you know. I went
Yeah,
to
so
school.
we were sitting next to each other because he played the trombone and I played the bass clarinet. So we had the same like bass, you know, usually follow the same music and stuff. Excuse me. And so we were sitting next to each other, and it was really cold. So I think like I pulled my hand in his pocket, or like we were sitting really close together. I'm pretty sure my hand was in his pocket, his jacket pocket, right? And we were talking at the time, but like we were just friends. We hadn't really like, I don't think we were like on the level to where like, because Nathan doesn't know how to flirt, so I don't think he was trying to flirt with me. And like I come off as a very flirty person, but like at the time though, I think I was also just kind of like, you know, friends. But anyways, somebody walked by and they were like, "Oh, you guys are so cute. When'd you start dating?" or something like that. And we like, or no, they asked, "Are you dating?" And we like looked at each other and we didn't respond. The first thing in my head was like, "Don't say ew, don't say ew, don't say ew." Because you know, like, when somebody asks you, "Oh, are you guys dating?" You're like, "Ew, no." You
and
know
then
what I'm
they're
saying?
like, they're looking at you like, the fuck? Like, what's wrong with me, kind of thing.
I'm so glad I didn't say ew, no, because I kind of just like stayed silent and like looked at him and like we were just kind of like, And then yeah, we started dating.
Yeah.
So.
There was also a time where I don't remember who asked who, but me and Josh sat on the bus together to a band thing. That was the, like, in high school back then, like, that's the thing, dude. Like, you're like, I'm gonna sit on the bus with my crush, right? And then I think it might have been like a competition thing or something. I don't remember. No, it was a trip because my mom was on the bus too. Because we went on a trip as a band. We went to Slitterbond. I think maybe that was the time. I don't remember if that was the time. You don't
go to that.
You didn't go to that, but my mom went because she was chaperoning. And me and Josh sat together on the bus. And I still don't know to this day, and Josh doesn't remember, but him and my mom were, like, he passed a note or something to my mom. And I don't know what it was, but they were like, you know, talking or whatever. And I'm like, what is up? And Josh is a fucking idiot, dude. I tried to grab the note as it was passing. Tried to grab a note. He grabbed it and he ate it. I'm not even playing. He ate it. Still to this day, don't know what the fuck they were talking about. He doesn't even remember. He's really bad about remembering that type of stuff. But yeah, I don't know what they talked about, but I'm wondering if it was related to like us trying to, like, you know, show some sort of interest. I mean, why would he be talking to my mom like that? You know, like passing a note.
That's funny.
But yeah, on that bus ride, I was like, there was a point where I was pretending to, like, you know, I was like, oh, I'm so sleepy, like, or whatever, and like pretending to fall asleep and then like fall on his shoulder kind of thing, like anime fucking shit. Like, I was really trying. I was just trying everything in my power. I'm not good at that, like, type of thing, like flirting and shit, but I was just like trying to like show even like a slight. I was super shy, so it was like, I'm not gonna ask him like, hey, can I wear your shorts? Like, yeah. I was just like I'm gonna like make it like kind of subtle, but also like, I don't know if it was subtle, but yeah, like try to get some level of interest shown, you know? But I was not as direct as I am now. Like, after high school is when I saw Josh again, and I was more direct then. I was like, I was talking to him, and then he's like, didn't you used to have a crush on me in high school? And I was like, yeah, and I still do, but you missed out. Like, I was like, what are you gonna do about it? And then he was like, you want to hang out next week? And then that week, like, after we hung out, that's when we started going out. Like, he asked me to be his girlfriend, and then I went to college shortly after that, like went back to college. So we started out.
Sweet, you guys ended up with your high school sweethearts.
Yeah, I didn't think I would.
What happened for me?
What do you mean?
So, pretty much, Danielle knows for sure. There was a guy I was actually very interested in from junior high all the way up to, like, right before I started dating Nathan. Like, that guy was only one I could think of.
I'm trying to remember.
You don't remember?
I don't know.
Chambers?
Oh! Okay, yeah.
It's hard to remember as well because I'm like, I'm so used to Nathan.
I'm used to you being with Nathan. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, 100. That's what I'm saying. Like, but yeah, so I had a crush on this other dude, and like I stayed away pretty much. Like I said, I feel like people see me as a very flirty person, and I come off as very flirty because I like to joke around a lot, and like I don't really care because like if I'm interested, I'm interested. If I'm not, I'm not. You know. Especially because in high school I was asexual, so like I didn't really care. But I did have a crush on that guy, and so like for some reason nobody else, just that dude. And then, like I said, Nathan and I started hanging out some more, and I didn't see him in that kind of way. I just, you know, kind of friends and stuff, and then all of a sudden, like, I don't know what happened, but like...
What was the moment where y'all, like, boom?
Yeah, me and Nathan were just like, click, that's it, okay. And so, I got so much shit about Nathan, though, because Nathan's younger than I am. So, like, people would always, like, tease me and, like, make fun of me for it, because he's younger than I am and yada yada. But, we did break up after high school, and then we got back together in college. So, technically, yes and no, he is high school sweetheart, but, like, also not. I don't know.
I dated a few guys before high school. Well, I dated like a couple, I think, in middle school, and then in high school I started crushing on Josh. That's when I stopped like going on dates with people or whatever, like getting in relationships, whatever. Because I was like, I want him. I literally, like, as cheesy as it sounds, I was like, that guy, I'm gonna marry him someday. I saw him across in the band hall. I'm like, I'm gonna marry that man one day. Like, legitimately. I'm not even joking. Legitimately, that was in my head. And then when we didn't get together in high school and he graduated, that's when I started, like, trying to, like, fill in the blanks, and with really like shitty boyfriends, like. But the thing about it was I never took those relationships super seriously, and I feel really bad about it. Like, if I stopped showing any interest at all, I would break up with them. Like, it could be a week, it could be like 3 days. I think the shortest one I had was 3 days. I'm not kidding. No, I was like, I don't think this is gonna work.
What is considered dating? Because, like, technically, I tried to date people, but like I said, I was asexual at the time. I did not care.
For me, so, see, that's the thing. Nowadays, it means you're going on dates with people. You're not really in a relationship with them.
Then I definitely didn't date people.
But back then, I guess, I consider dating like you're in a relationship. Like, when I say dating somebody, I mean I'm in a relationship with them. They're my boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. But yeah, nowadays it doesn't mean that at all. Like I have to keep thinking like, oh, people don't think about dating like how I think about dating or whatever. But yeah, I meant like they were my boyfriends, and they would last like anywhere. I think before Josh, it was anywhere from 3 days to 3 months. I don't know why 3. It takes 3 apparently. But
A guy literally asked me out in high school, and I think it lasted like an hour. No cap. I'm sorry. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think none of like I said, none of the guys who like actually attempted to date me lasted more than a day.
Yeah, I like.
So that's why I'm like,
I just never like. I tried, like, you know what I mean. I tried to show, but I didn't want to keep them like. If I was never thinking that it was gonna go any longer, why keep them as my, like, they could find somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And like, as harsh as it was, like, that was the, I didn't want to waste anybody's time, and I didn't want to waste my time, you know. And then luckily after high school, I met Josh at Jessica's graduation party afterwards, and that's when we started talking again, and then going out not shortly after that. So yeah, it all came back around or whatever, and here we are 8.5 years later, like a little bit more than 8.5, I think.
Yeah, I had the biggest crush on this guy my freshman year, and we were off and on again till my junior year. He's the Vegas guy, by the way.
Yeah, the assistant drum major.
Awkward. Piece of shit.
Yeah, it was off and on, and like when we would break up again or whatever, I would date somebody else, but like he was always on my mind. And this is kind of dark. Like, this is really dark. You ready for this?
Sure.
I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, the only way I'm gonna get over this guy is if something happens to him, if he dies. Well.
Yeah, this is the same one. I didn't realize this was the same. I didn't
terrible.
realize this was the same one.
But as an adult now, you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, I was so toxic. Like, I put myself through a lot of bullshit, because he was one of those guys who, it's like he'd give you a little piece and then just take it all away, like the, you know, cat and mouse type of thing. And thinking about it now, I'm like, why did I put myself through all that shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For the attention of a guy, for the hoodie, you know what I mean? For the seat sitting next to him on the bus, you know, like little things like that. It's just, I don't know. It makes me sad.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for myself for like all the shit that
you
I
put
let
up with.
myself go through.
Yeah,
And
for
kinda-
sure.
And I'm also like, especially with how dating is now, you know, everything's like, you know, everything's on the phone. Nobody's like passing letters in class anymore.
Yeah.
Nobody's, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I would be like
our kids are gonna do in like school.
I would be like, Karina, like, is Josh gonna, like, you know, like, I would use Karina sometimes to, like, be my middle man in a sense. I feel really bad, but yeah. Be like, is he gonna text me soon? Or...
Oh my gosh.
Honestly.
Was it worth it? Yes.
Yes. But yeah, it's 9 o'clock, so I don't know if we want to go ahead and, because I know Karina has work.
I do.
And I don't want you to be
at 6.
Oh yeah, I don't want you to be tired. So we're gonna end our first It Takes 3 podcast. I hope that it was. I mean, we might have some kinks to work out.
So random.
We might. Well, that's the thing. I want it to be super chill, relaxing, and then like throw in like I had an activity or something. Y'all can also do stuff. But yeah, so what I plan on doing is actually editing this and posting it to my YouTube. So I'll share my socials if anybody missed like most of it and they wanted to check it out. Also, if you wanted to check out Maroonblade over here. I don't know if I have the clip. I don't know if I have the clips. Yeah. And then I can shout out you, Queen, when you do stream. Queen's thinking about streaming, right, Queen?
She said no. Do it, Queen. Do it. You at least have 2 viewers right here.
You have
And I'm
70
pretty
followers.
sure
You
cheese
have
will also be-
70 followers, right? Or something like that
I
already.
have 77 followers.
Queen!
Yeah, so
Twice.
yeah, so
years
she
ago.
might as well. All she has to do is stream, and she's an affiliate.
Right? I was about to say, I don't have it. I have like 13 followers.
But yeah, thank y'all for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm excited. I hope like y'all enjoyed it as much as I did. And we're hoping to have this once a month, maybe once or twice. We'll see. It depends on schedules. But yeah, so we're gonna end